try that. In the bottom left, we do have mana. In the top right, it is Reynor. And I have to fix one small setting. First of all, we need to enable the sound. And second of all, I'm gonna come back here for a second so I can actually check my thing here and make the life bars damaged so everyone can have those. There we go. Now we have those damaged life bars. I know you guys are a fan of it. I don't love it, but I also don't hate it, so I guess there you guys go. You can have it. See? Energy. Now you can see the life bar already. Without me clicking and selecting it. There you go. And that's return it. So we have mana against Reynor here. And this is gonna be played on ley lines. Let's see. Mana is definitely the underdog, but he's always a little bit of a wild card. He's very, very unpredictable, kind of. And he's extremely execution-based, macro-based player. Sometimes he has very bad macro, actually, backing this up. But if you like go ahead and analyze his replays, you'll see that his macro will slip here and there. But then he will just make up for it with a good move, with a brilliant strategy, or tactical brilliant move, or with an insane execution, really, really good micro. But those standout situations do usually hurt him in the long run. Sometimes he can just kind of stretch games really, really long and make them extremely messy as well. And that's where a lot of people have struggled against Mana. Mana is definitely one of the more chaotic players from the European scene who has reached one of the highest levels. I mean, he was in a round of 2, I think. He made a grand finals in one of the WCS events. I think I don't remember which it was. I think it was one in Poland, actually. I'm not sure. Maybe it wasn't Poland. But yeah, he is... No, maybe it was Poland. I'm not sure. But he is a very, very strong player. And yeah, also very talented. Used to play, I think, Warcraft 3 for a while when he was still very young, actually. And on the other side, I guess Reynor, most people who follow StarCraft 2 at this point know about this guy. It's kind of hard to not know because he's one of the most prolific players and one of the most successful. You have to give it to him. He is very, very successful. He won multiple championships. He won world championships. He basically has it all. Like the only trophy he was really waiting for currently, he really wants to have, is GSL, basically. He wants to break that tournament circuit in Korea, basically. And yeah, I mean, he has no luck in there yet, in the format or something. It doesn't mesh with him, I'm not sure. Maybe it's the region. But he tried out a few times, didn't really make it work. But in the end, he's still one of the greatest of all time here. It has to be said. And he came in really with a swinging force, kind of like Serral when he was really starting to get his groove going. And Serral started winning things, and then he really won everything. And then Reynor came in, and he started. And I think his first tournament, offline tournament, WCS, he was able to participate in because he finally made that age line, I think 16 or something. He came in second. And the grand finals was, of course, against the king himself, Serral, so it's tough to argue, you know, that he's a weak player. Now in this game we have the standard opening here, 1 Oracle into a Robo though, and a Twilight, so a little bit off standard by the way here. Double gate into a very fast Robo, and then a Twilight delayed behind that, no Forge yet, and only 1 Oracle, so this is very light pressure, mostly for scouting. As you can see already, Queens are shooing that one away, and Reynor is going very greedily here, going for this, 4th base with the Super Geyser. And that geyser, you need to mine out a few minerals there first. But it shouldn't be that big of an issue because, I mean, he has time. If you take it this early, you're gonna mine out those 150 minerals very fast. You can put on 2 drones there and then just mine it really quickly. It doesn't really take that much time. I haven't done the math, but this should not take more than like a couple minutes or so to mine through. Now Oracle's just scanning around, it's gonna find the links coming in here, and it's gonna be in position to defend these adepts if Reynor would commit, but even 6 links against 2 adepts is a little bit difficult to make work here. Templar Archives extremely fast. No Twilight Council upgrade. That's a little bit of a new one here. I haven't seen this one in a while. So mana already thrown in a curveball. This could be, well, this is gonna be an Archon drop, but okay. He manages to morph that Archon. He's actually gonna have 10 HP. I was kind of worried for a little bit, but man, this Archon is eating so much damage. The Oracle trying to, like, on hold ground there, trying to kill off these Lings, but didn't reach all of them, unfortunately. Now, one of the Archons is already super low on shields. You can see this here by only one frame. I think each frame displays 100 shields, so the big Archon has like 300, and this one doesn't. Maybe it's like just in thirds of their things. But this is some nice harassment actually. Wow, with that low Archon, man, he's killing a queen, he's killing 4 drones already. Mana off to a flying start here. Can he kill some of those drones? No. The drones actually do manage to slip away. Wow, they were kind of painted into a corner there for a little bit. Could have been completely disastrous. But you can see already behind this Nexus hasn't been operational. We're peaking at like 600-700 minerals. So he's not optimally macroing behind this. We have this probe being misrallied there, not into that geyser. The macro is not his strongest suit, even though he's definitely no slouch in it, but yeah, he's a more macro-based player. As you can see, already hunting down those probes again. And this, by the way, 90 minerals left on this, so he can finally take that extra gas. And yeah, mana is still lying this beautifully here. This Archon drop is really doing wonders for him, but at this point he needs to be careful. Archons have been very low. Now, if he had a shield, oh, he actually has a shield battery, he could just go home and utilize that shield battery to heal up his Archons and then return to harass again. Now he needs to be careful, you don't really want to lose them, and against Roaches it's gonna be tougher and tougher to make this work. Now he's just making double immortal. So his plan is, I am gonna full counter you. Remember, he made this extremely early, this robotics facility, to get that warp prism out. And since then he has been pumping immortals. Now he's also thrown in charge, of course. But this is so late, the charge. It's kind of funny to see. And Storm is coming online. So very interesting. Mana really doing everything here. And now he's throwing down a 4th base. Charge is far away from being done. So this attack, I think, should just go home. It's just a small poke. It's like, hey, yeah, I have stuff. In my opinion, he shouldn't have brought these immortals even at all. You just poke out with the gateway force and then just run away. I think that would have been even better. Now he's going very heavy immortal. I mean, look at this. He's already sitting at 5. He's going up to 7 immortals here in just a moment. And he's going to go immortal charge on Archon extremely fast, of an extremely strong economy on 4 bases, really. He has been playing super light gateway units. That's it. That's all of his gateway units. It's 4 Zealots, 2 Sentries, a Stalker, and the rest is already Archon and Immortal. But you need to pull your rest of your Immortals here, kind of getting a little bit overrun there at the front. No scouting available in front of the base. Storm is not done. He's trying to save up these Templars, for the energy for Storm. It didn't really work out. Now he gets 1 Storm out. There we go. But he loses the Templar again. I think he still... Oh no, he utilized the energy overcharge. And all of these Immortals, all of this cool setup kind of gets broken because you don't have the appropriate amount of gateway units to tank for your heavy tech commitment there. Now he's gonna get the defense done, but you know, in the nice days for trapping a few units, he definitely held out. But this is already, like, the idea has already been dealt with. Reynor can now freely do whatever he wants to, and the big threat of that huge swell of Protoss units coming in is kind of already dealt with. Now that's a little bit of a lucky break there. Oh, no, I thought he saved that Templar, but he saved only 2 probes. Now, is he gonna lose an Immortal to literally Lynx? That would be a shame. Yeah, no +1. Oh no, he has +1, I'm sorry. But it feels like he's making this a little bit difficult for himself. Now, Reynor is not gonna let go here. He's just gonna pedal to the metal here. He wants to try and just break mana before mana can really mass up his forces. Now, it feels like this should be really good for Reynor. He's destroying all of these Immortals. He's destroying the static defense. He's destroying Archons, and Liquid Mana is gonna GG here. Woo! That was such a cool approach from Mana, and then, unfortunately, Reynor just had the good... I think he read the situation correctly. He just had too much kind of power, force. He went very, very early into that 4th base, and Mana with that... The Archon drop, it looked really cool, but it didn't really do enough to pressure the economy enough from Reynor, so that Reynor actually like had to invest into too many units so early. He didn't really had to do that. I mean, there was no Oracle harass, there was no Adept harass, so he could just drone for days. He only made like 6 links, that was it. And then when the Archons came in, he just finally like made like 5 roaches and a few more links. He lost some units, it looked cool, but it was already too little too late, it felt like. Reynor just messed up, completely overrun. And the army there from Mana. Now Reynor up 1-0. Up into the game number 2. Warpless Micro is so cool, yeah, I totally agree. It looked really cool. It wasn't enough in the end, though, for this man here in the bottom left. Can he bring it back? It is Liquid's Mana. And in the top right, we do have playing for Team Basilisk, Reynor. Also being sponsored by Red Bull. I'm a little bit envious. I also would love to be sponsored by Red Bull. Personal sponsorship, really cool stuff. For people wondering how you get sponsored by Red Bull, apparently you have to reach out to themselves. They have a department for most countries, which does stuff like this, so... If you're interested, I still need to reach out to them myself. Now, there we go. Liquid Mana is gonna come in here with his probes, gonna scout this, not gonna get the block, of course. This was a gateway scout, I'm pretty sure. Amygdala is the map. We have this big center, which is blocked, and then there's these things that start to bleed out at around 8 minutes or so. And I haven't actually haven't had the time to test this yet myself, but I'm pretty sure if you put creep under this as Zerg, they should stay alive. So if you utilize a Overlord, drop creep, something like that, for example, you can keep those alive and they should start regen. So it's a kind of very cool mechanic. I really enjoy that one. Very interesting thing. And of course this is stuff that was utilized in Brood War before. So it's not new, but it's just new in StarCraft 2, so yeah, cool thing. Love to see more like this. Now what's gonna be the tech choice this time here for Mana? Will he play more aggressive? Will he play a little bit more harassment based? Or does he want to jump tech his... Sorry, not jump tech. Jump his tech and his economy again, like he did in the last game? He sacrificed basically almost all of the harassment for that. And... I mean, if he gets like 2 to 3 more minutes, it really works out. If he has Charge and Storm online before all of that hits, and he has like a few more gateway units and sits with not 3 immortals there, down there, kind of exposed, but he sits there with already all 9 immortals gathered together, then the fight looks completely different. He's gonna go into the Stargate again, and that should be the Oracle there. Wouldn't mind seeing a Void Ray to try and clear these Overlords, but Reynor has been very passive actually with these Overlords, and only placing them kind of systematic around his base, except for the first one, of course. That is the big scouting Overlord. Kind of cool approach there against that Void Ray meta, Void Ray first meta, which has been quite popular recently. Our first Adept is gonna go across the map, something different, and we do see a Stalker coming out actually. Gonna lose vision there. And the Oracle has to assist on that kill. Going in aggressively with the Adept, can he do some sniping? Nope. I really like it when players utilize Adepts like that. When you basically walk to the ramp, then you shade back, and then you walk in and try to get a couple hits off. I really love it. Again, this might be the same approach, might be the same build. We do see the double gas, we do see the Robo before Twilight. And this probe should make the Twilight here in a moment. It could be the same build. I wouldn't hate it actually. I mean, it used to be one of the most solid builds, right? The Archon drop into Storm. Into Quick Storm, going very heavy Immortal, but I think you didn't go, like the second Robo and stuff like that came a little bit later. You went Charge before that and all those kind of good things, so the double Robo Immortal production was definitely something he kind of threw in there in the last game, into that build. Now Reynor already opening up this fourth base here. It's a gold base this time. It's a little bit stronger than the last time. And the man is already in position. Drop down the Templar Archive. So should be the same build again. As I said, I wouldn't hate to see a faster charge this time. Instead of that second robotics facility. Probably gonna go out and take his third base now next. A very interesting stuff here from our Protoss player. I really love to pick my or their brains here with those builds. It's kind of refreshing, right? After this 3 Oracle every game to see something different again. Really good stuff. Now on the other side, Hydra Den and the Evolution Chamber already starting that +1 range. No Roach Warren though, so no beef behind this time. And yeah, kind of you need to be a little bit careful because Roaches are definitely stronger against Storm than Hydras are, so this could be good for mana this time. He's gonna do the same build, but a little bit different this time. He's not gonna go for that double. He's actually doing this perfectly. He's going into a faster Forge this time. He's harassing with the Archons. He's going into a faster Charge. There is no double robotics, so he's not massing out his Immortals, and he doesn't need to because there's not gonna be Roaches. He saw that oh my god. Oh my god! Can he kill 20 drones or something? Oh my god! No. So Reynor walks away, but he might walk back. Man, can he hold this without any casualties? He's losing a few guys up here to that Zealot, but I mean those Zealots don't have charge. It's kind of funny, man. Slow Zealots and 2 Archons are just poking away at Reynor right now. He needs to be careful though. Mana that is here with his Warp Prism. If Reynor retargets on those queens, but he's losing so many queens, man. That's a death trap here. Zealots in the front and Archons in the back. Oh my god, he might just fall apart. Hydras alone might not be enough to clear out these Archons. They have too much health. Now losing that War Prism though could change the math here. Yeah, you kind of want to recall that Archon. No, he's gonna lose it, I think. He's gonna lose it. Whoa! Can he get it out? Oh my god, I can't believe 18 HP. Whoa, that's a cool recall, man. That was the greatest stasis trap of all saving Archon stasis traps I've ever seen, man. That was so good. By the way, Adepts have been dealing tons of damage. 14 more drones went down. I think there was a Zealot poking here as well, or it might have been one of the Adepts. So Mana sacrificing a few units, 3 Adepts, 8 Zealots. What do you got? 16 drones, 24 Zerglings, 3 Hydras, 8 freaking Queens. Compare that to the last game. And he didn't lose, he only lost the Warp Prism. Look at this. Look at this gas loss. 75. I mean here as well, but this is infrastructure. 8 Queens is infrastructure. And as Protoss, you're kind of invested into trading gas against minerals in the early game. With like Stalkers or with Sentries, something like that, right? If you go very aggressive, but man, that stasis trap basically keeping those 2 Archons alive. They have 11 and 8 kills. Really good stuff, man. Now he is gonna have Storm here for the next attack from Reynor, if it's even gonna come. He lost so much workers. He's finally like sitting at 67. He's finally taking the space. He was prepared to take this like 3 minutes ago. Where are these games from? These are from the Home Zerg Cup, so very, very recent games. And played on the current patch, if you're wondering. Now Hive is on the way here. And the Lurker Den as well. You have a Stasis Ward going up. Covering the retreat. He has so much Storm energy, man. He has 2 High Templars and 4 stacked in that Prism. He's gonna throw down the first couple storms, gonna move an Archon now. Next extra storms coming in. I think he might just break Reynor here. He has 2 more storms. If he can get this Hydra cluster here. He doesn't get it though. Now he's morphing a couple more Archons. Still, there might be just too much damage on those. A couple Zealots charging and it's gonna clear out 4 of these Hydralisks. And Reynor has to GG. Mana's gonna break him here. There we go. He's gonna take back the series 1-1. Wow. A little bit surprising. But that harassment, man, that first kind of push out, it was a very low commitment. And it was like, I think he threw in, what, 8 zealots? 3 adepts? No Twilight upgrades at that point. They didn't have speed, no charge, no adept glaives. The only power that was there was the Warp Prism and the 2 Archons. And the rest is basically just fodder. But they tanked so much, they actually dealt so much damage because there was just no room to kite. It was just great, man. Such cool execution. That's what I really enjoy when I see some Mana games and when he's like on fire. And then he takes maps against players like Reynor, right? It's undeniable that Reynor is the huge favorite. You would never say, oh yeah, man, there's Reynor and Mana playing in this freaking tournament. I think they're gonna meet in the finals and Mana's gonna take it. Oh, you'd say, yeah, Reynor, you might make it to the finals. Mana might go out in the first round. You don't know. He's gonna have some good games, but then he's gonna go out in the first round. But yeah, when he plays like this, man, he's gonna definitely have them, at least those good games. Love to see it. It was really on fire here. Let's hop into game number 3. Not delay this any further. Here we are in the top left of Abyssal Reef. It is Mana. And in the bottom right, faltering there in the last game, it is Reynor. Now I would have to double check this, but I think Abyssal Reef was a mainstay while Reynor was not yet actively participating that much. I'm actually not sure, but I think he was not allowed to play that much during that time. I'm not sure. I think there were like different things. Like he was able to play online, but not offline or something because of his age. And the age restrictions that were going on at WCS. So I'm not exactly sure if he has the most experience on this map in a professional kind of term. Of course he was already playing. I'm gonna have to double check this. Mana though, on the other hand, he has been around forever, so he was definitely already playing pro games during this era here. Now throwing down this gateway here, going into that Nexus, all standard, all true and trident. Now Mana has had very much success with his Archon opening. It looked really cool, and I think he's gonna play it again, to be honest. But this map might be a little bit more difficult to pull it off, I'm not sure, but it feels just a little bit more compact than the other maps we saw so early, so far. So yeah, I'm kind of waiting to see. He might just do something completely different this game, just because he went for that Archon 2 times. Like having, for example, just a charge lot all in with a prism, which kind of looks similar, right? You go with that Stargate first, and then you do a delayed charge lot all in. And you throw in a prism with that to support. It looks the same, just without the Templar Archives. But you can play it off 1 Oracle, and you can play it off 3 Adepts. You can kind of make it look the same, so you can disguise yourself. Something like this, or like an Adept Glaives, I wouldn't really mind. And then going really ham. But I wouldn't also mind him just go for another round of that Archon style, Archon charge lot, Immortal style. I mean, he didn't make Immortals last game, but it's basically what it is, right? And yeah, see how he just executes it this time. Maybe he has a different idea on the timing or something. Yeah, I'm really hyped to see what he's gonna bring here. Throw down the second gateway, of course. First Oracle is gonna not get Chrono Boosted, by the way. Okay. And a couple of Adepts are trying to chase some drones here, but now with link speed it's gonna be difficult. That being said though, there's like, oh, where are the links actually? There is a few links. No? Can you find those links? No. The Overlord, of course, seeing that. Adapt movement here. Now there we go, another time. Robotics facility. Gonna make another pylon down here. And Reynor is gonna go ahead and scout. He will see the dormant Stargate, nothing being produced there, and he will most likely get to scout this robotics facility. I don't think there's anything that can kill with, can deal with the Overlord, yeah. There's no Stalker this time. Now he's making one. We should just warp this in. Yeah, there you go, cancel it and warp it in. Now Oracle is gonna find a drone here. Oh no! Quick, nice reaction here from Reynor, really good stuff. But he's already seen what he wanted to see. He saw the robotics facility. He of course did not... Did he see the Twilight? No, he did not see the Twilight, but I don't think it's a mystery at this point. Now the mystery will be, is this gonna be an upgrade or is this gonna be the Templar Archives? And it's the Templar Archives, so... We already solved that one, and it's gonna most likely be the Archon drop again. Other side. Layer coming in, Extractor number 2 here, and Evolution Chamber Roach Warren. So Reynor decides, okay, you played that Archon style 2 times, and it looks the same build again, so we're gonna go Roaches. It's gonna be a bit more beefy, more safe against that style, and should be able to deal with this one again. Now the Prism's already here, that's kind of early. Gateway is finishing up. He's gonna morph in those double Archons. First one is gonna go up here. Oh, he's looking for the Prism. He just barely does not see that one. Now he sees the Templar shooting. This is when the reveal goes bad. But I guess the trap worked. The Archon is gonna get the first couple links here. That's a nice pick already. Come on, Mana, wait for this one. There you go. And he's posturing with these adepts here in the north. He's hitting some Roaches now. Links are across the map and the Oracle needs to defend. Now he also does not want to lose this one. You need to be very careful. This is a very delicate situation here currently. So he's saving his adepts, he's saving the Archons, and he saved the base with the Oracle. Everything is kind of working out here for Mana currently. He killed 3 drones. The damage is not that high, but he just lost the adepts, I think, to those links here. Oh no, they actually shaded in again, so he gets 1 more drone. That's actually really good. 14 drones though. Oh, if he could kill this cluster of overlords, that would be big. You kind of need to spread this out here, Reynor. There you go. Realizes this now. Overlord spreading, man. When have you seen overlord splitting? It's like splitting marines, but 300 times slower. Now this time the Archon harassment didn't do that much. The adepts were sacrificed in. So there's no 3 Adept, 8 Zealot, and 2 Archon push here. And I think against the Roaches it does make sense to not go for the same. He did in the last game. Now he's gonna wait for charge, and he's back to his double immortal production. Well, basically look at this army. He's skipping gateway units. Oh, did he lose an Archon? Yes. Oh, and a Prism, so he lost a Prism and an Archon. That's not a good start here. He needs to reproduce the Prism, he recognizes this. And this is boosted, but it doesn't produce anything. You should get the more Immortals out, mate. What do we look at? 3 Immortals is not enough yet. So his idea is basically, yeah, you go up to like 7 Immortals, or 9 Immortals. Then you have about 6 Templars with high Templars with Storm. And the rest is gonna be Zealots. And then you just push and try to kill the opponent here. But yeah, Reynor can do the same again. He's actually gonna go for a different approach from the first game. He's gonna go double Lurker then and Hive. Now he wants to really get those Lurker upgrades going and out as fast as possible. This scout is not enough. It does not reveal these 2. It doesn't even reveal the what's it called? The infestation. But now he sees the Hive. That's a good scout, but it's not enough. He needs to see the double Lurker then, because this really means that there's gonna be a big timing attack here. It's gonna be a Lurker shove basically. He's already making some Hydras. These are most likely for only Lurker production. He is still getting the upgrade though, but I mean, it makes sense. You get the upgrade for Speed Hydra, and then you get them across the map faster, then you morph them into Lurkers offensively, and This should be a good composition though for mana to fight this. I mean, he has a bunch of immortals, he has Storm, he has charge slots. This is really everything you kind of want. He has the double robo, so he can produce a ton of observers if he needs to. I don't think he has many. Yeah, there's only one currently. He's making another one, but he can queue up and boost out observers very fast. But you kind of want to see this. Oh, he saw it. There we go. So he does identify the situation, and yeah, his idea is, I guess, let's roam and push a little bit before things get too gross here. Oh, he will scout these links here with those 2 Archons, but are those Archons actually gonna be caught? Yes, I'm afraid so. That's actually a big loss here, a big hit to the army of Mana, and that Roach Link Force will just go across and try to clear that base. A bunch of Overlords getting stormed, that's a weird storm. But Locusts are below, so not that terrible. He's still losing too much. He needs that support, he needs those Zealots, he needs anything to kind of draw some Lurker Spines away from the bulk of his army. He's just losing Immortals. I don't like this push at all. And meanwhile, we do have the whole mineral line being evacuated here. A few did fall. There might be a big stasis. Can it happen though? I don't think so. It's just out of position here. He did recall to this base. Now he needs to be a little bit careful. Another Immortal does fall. I think he lost all of his Immortals. He still has one more Storm. He's not going to use it. I'm going to try to clear this with the rest of the Zealots. And the Oracle needs to be careful. Might get picked off. No, he's going to get away. Now the push definitely failed, but he can play a long game from this. He needs to find his transition point though, and he needs to get into +3 damage, he needs to get into ship weapons, and he needs to go into extra Stargates and the fleet beacon. On the other side, Reynor, he can just go ahead and push with his force. He's gonna make a few more lurkers. He has 5 bases up and running. He has super full gas saturation currently. He's on all of these gases, fully saturated. Really pushing that gas income. And this is kind of funny. Yeah, if Reynor catches his army, man. He has so many lurkers. We're looking at 12 lurkers or something. 13, there you go. You can just completely wreck this. Mana just simply does not have the force, but with these nice storms, he might be able to clear this. The angle is terrible though. Coming from one side only, no flank against lurkers is death. Absolute death. He's gonna save the 2 Archons, but that's about it. Oracle is gonna get picked off. Observer is gonna not fall. He will survive, but ooh, don't be Icarus, my friend. War Prism, friend. Wait, what does Mana have? Let's have a look at the unit count. It does not look pretty. 1 Immortal, 2 Archons. Oh, I guess make it 1. So this should be all she wrote, I guess. A little bit unfortunate end here for Mana. Really great series he played there, but I mean, all things must come to an end. So does this game and the series. Last Archon is gonna fall here. Just a few Zealots with +2. GG, well played, is gonna be called. And Reynor, let's take the series.